Hello, Zulis. A volcano, a bicycle, and Frankenstein. Sounds rockstar crazy, I know, but it wasn't me. It was the volcano.
It starts in April 1815. Mount Tambora. This mountain didn't just erupt. It absolutely lost its mind. It was the most powerful volcanic blast in recorded history. It pumped so much ash and sulfur into the stratosphere that it basically wrapped the earth in a dirty blanket. Now, naturally, you humans had no clue. You didn't have the internet. You just looked up and thought, the sun looks a bit broken today. Typical. The apocalypse was starting and you were probably just complaining that your tea was cold. Fast forward to 1816, the year the weather system crashed. History calls it the year without a summer. I call it the year hell finally froze over. Imagine this. It's June. You're ready for the beach, but instead, snow. In New England. In Europe, it rained for months. Cold, dark, miserable rain. The crops failed, the birds died. It was catastrophic. But honestly, it was kind of atmospheric. Very Gothic chic. But you Solis panicked. You thought it was the end of days. And since you didn't know about the volcano, you were just running around like headless chickens. But hey, look at the bright side. Or the yellow side. See these paintings by J.M.W. Turner? That sickly yellow glow wasn't him being artsy. That was the actual color of the sky because of the volcanic ash. Beautiful, isn't it? It proves my point. You humans only make good art when you're miserable. Speaking of misery, let's talk about horses. Because the crops failed, oats became too expensive, so people couldn't feed their horses, which meant the horses starved. Or you ate them. Gross. But because you lot are too lazy to walk, you needed a solution. Enter Karl Drais. He looked at the empty stables and invented a mechanical horse, the Laufmaschine. 2 wheels, no pedals. You just scooted along. But that silly contraption became the modern bicycle. So yes, you have the Tour de France today, because a volcano killed the horses. Connect the dots, Zulis. And finally, the piece de resistance. Switzerland. Lake Geneva. A bunch of rich emo writers, Lord Byron, Mary Shelley, were on vacation. But because of the volcano, it rained non-stop. They were trapped inside. Bored. So Byron says, let's write ghost stories. And in that gloom, Mary Shelley had a nightmare. She saw a student creating life, and boom, Frankenstein was born. Think about it. If it had been sunny, Mary would have gone for a swim, and we'd have no Frankenstein. Thank God for bad weather. So there you have it. A volcano burps in Indonesia, and 200 years later, you're riding bikes and watching horror movies. It just proves my theory about you humans. You are always one cupcake short of a picnic. But hey, at least you're entertaining. Now get out of here. I've got a fire to enjoy.